Hello everyone, welcome back to Connor's Outdoor Activities. I'm Connor, obviously, and today we're down Tramps Alley Beach, setting my new bivvy, guys. So yeah, nice and spacious. Just got one rod out there on Squid. I'll spin you around in a minute and show you. Got my old trolley over there. Got all the baits down in. Today we've got fresh leg, frozen black, squid, mackerel, prawn, all that sort of stuff. The sort of mini squid and all that. Might have a few mussels in that bag. Yeah, I've got all sorts. Yeah, I've got one out there close in on squid. There's a little bit of surf, but nothing to worry about. So we'll just see how we get on. First cast went in about, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, so we'll leave it out there. It's got a nice chunk of squid on. I ain't going to touch that for a little while. I'll get the other rod set up in a minute with some lug baits on, and we'll just see how we get on. So yeah, obviously thanks everyone for all the new subscribers recently. I really appreciate it. Hopefully there's no wind noise today. There shouldn't be. I'm inside the bivvy. There's a little tiny bit of wind outside today, but nothing to worry about. The bivvy just went up fairly easy. Got all the stones around the edges and stuff. I'll bring you out in a little while just to show you. We're now on high tide apparently. I just looked and high tide was about 10 to 12 and it's now 12 o'clock, so we're now dead on high tide pretty much. So we'll fish the tide down, maybe a few hours up again, so we'll just see how we get on. So as I say, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. The only thing that I've got to do next is bring some fish to the camera. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along on my journey. Hope you're enjoying it. If there's anything I can do better, just let me know in the comments or let me know on a DM on Facebook, that sort of thing. So yeah, right, I'll give that rod a while as yet, and I'll show you around the bivvy then. So yeah, speak to you guys in a bit. Right guys, so we're still, not obviously this is a couple of minutes after the first video what I made. I'm at the first little clip. And yeah, I'll just show you around the bivvy. Just bring you out. Here's the beach. Got my old trolley there, and I'll bring you over to show you. I've got my other rod in there at the moment. I'm going to set that up in a bit. My old bivvy come in this bag. So thank you very much for all the donations. Really appreciate that. Thank you. That's really appreciated. There you go. There's the rod there. Here's the bivvy. Bring you around. Obviously got plenty of stones on the edge. Now, that's Shakespeare salt. There you go. Hope you can see that, alright? Oh, sorry. There you go. I'm still setting up my gear inside, but this is where I'm sitting, on my old box. This is further up the beach. There you go, towards Lowestoft. Not got a bad sea today. Quite a few people fishing today. I thought there might be, that's a Saturday, so thought, well, there probably will be a few people fishing. Oh, sorry guys, just bringing you back in. So that's that. Hope you can see the rods alright. Well, see the rod. There's only one rod at the moment, so see how we get on. I'm gonna set up that other rod in a minute and get that out there with some lug baits on. I've got a rig here, what I've got set up, but I probably ain't going to bother using it, because that's a boom rig. I'll obviously bring the other rigs over once I bring it in. That might not be for a while as yet, because I'm just going to leave that out there. I normally find when you got when you're using them sort of rigs and using them sort of baits with squid, you have to sort of just let it sit out there for a bit, because Mr. Ray might come along or something like that. So yeah, nice and sheltered in the old bivvy. Not a lot of wind. The old rod tip seemed to be banging a little bit. Maybe I didn't whack it out far enough. That's just probably just hitting on the waves, that's all. That don't matter too much. As I say, we're now dead on high tide, so we'll see how we get on. A little bit of water coming up, but that ain't going to come any higher because that's high tide now. It's going to start going the other way in a little while. So I thought we'd just sit ourselves next to this groin. That's the only sort of place I could see where there's a spot. I could go out to the left, but I didn't really trust my trolley going down them steps, so I thought we'll come up this end. I was going to come up this end and go towards that way, but I thought no, we ain't going to follow that. So I thought, well, we'll just come in and we'll see how we get on. And I'll bring you back shortly, hopefully, when we've got a fish on, or whenever we get a bite or some action, really. So I'll speak to you on a bit, guys. Right guys, welcome back. Just going to show you what rig I'm going to put on the other rod. We ain't had nothing yet. We had a couple of bites, but we'll just see how we get on with that. We ain't reeled in yet, so we'll just see. Right, we got a clip up here, swivel that, down to a snood, down to a size 10 hook, then up the line to another snood, down to another size 10 hook, down to a 4-ounce weight. Right guys, time to give that right hand rod a look. I think I got that left hand rod out there, a couple of lug baits. Right hand rod has still got the bit of squid on. Let's go and have a check. Try and get out the bivvy. Oh, right guys, that's back out there. Just gave that a bit further this time that went, so that's alright. I went out a little bit into the water and just give it a flick out. My casting ain't great, but should be able to find a few fish. Didn't want to go too far anyway, because you only get in the weed. So we'll see how we get on with that. As I say, left hand rod is 2-hook flat, but like I showed you, with a couple of lugworm baits on, so we'll just see how that goes. All we can do is try on it, really. I'll just show you the baits we got. We've got, I'll show you them in a minute. We've obviously got fresh lug, all that sort of stuff. All the usual stuff, what we normally have. So it's not going too bad. At least we're catching. Well, we ain't caught nothing yet. I mean, at least we're giving it a go. Sorry. But at least we've got a bivvy now. Thanks to all the new subscribers and everybody who donated into the PayPal. That's really appreciated. It all goes back into the channel, so that's great. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. We've got a few big waves coming in down near that groin. Look. That's alright. It's not too bad. A few big ones, but that's alright. Them bites you're seeing, just where that's hitting the the waves are hitting the line, because I've got the rods quite low at the moment. I might have to bring them up a little bit higher later on. There's quite a few people down here. I got down here and there wasn't really a space, so I just had to squeeze in here, but later on that should quieten down later on. The water's coming up a little bit, but nothing much. So right, I'll stop talking, and obviously you can see that look like there's a bite on there, but that ain't a bite. That's just where that's just where the waves are hitting the line. That's all. Because I've got them quite low, you see. I have them low so I can get them in the camera, but we'll see how we get on. It might calm down a bit later on, we'll just see. So right, as I said, I'll stop talking and I'll bring you back hopefully when we got a fish to show. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Right guys, I'm back again. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise of the waves. There's a little bit of wind out there. You shouldn't be able to feel any. You're still sat in the old bivvy. Haven't seen any bites as of yet. There's obviously bites happening, but that's waves, I think. You can see a few bites on there now probably, but I think that's waves. I've brought them up a bit higher, but they're still knocking. I don't think I'll get away from it today because them waves are quite high. Well, not massively high, but there are some big ones coming in, as you can see near that groin. So nothing as of yet, but hopefully soon we'll have something. Fingers crossed, guys. Right guys, that left-hand rod could probably do with a check, because I ain't checked it for probably 20 minutes now, so let's go and have a look. Hopefully we've got a fish on. Here we go. Right guys, time to bait up that left-hand rod again. A bit of bait has gone, no fish, but we'll just keep trying our best. We'll obviously try our best to catch food, but obviously if there ain't any fish here we can't really do much about it. So we'll bait up now, get that out there, and hopefully I'll be back when we got some more fish to, well I mean hopefully I'll be back when we've got a fish to show. So yeah, right guys, just got out of the bivvy and checked the right hand rod. The squid still hasn't been touched, so I just chucked it back out again. Nothing wrong with it. I know you should keep the bait refreshed, but there's nothing wrong with the bait. It's just as good as it was when I first put it on, so I just chucked it back out again. There's a few big waves coming in, but nothing too bad. Got a bit windy down here. That wasn't so bad when I first got here. I seem to have got a bit rougher now. but it's not too bad. I ain't casting too far, otherwise we're just going to get in the weed, aren't we? So I'm just giving it like little chucks, and we'll just see how it goes. That left hand rod and that right hand rod is going, but that's because the waves are hitting the line. Can't really do anything about that. But I'm setting the old bivvy. We'll give it a good old go. See if any fish turn up. Hopefully there will be. There's someone there reeling in down to the left. I mean, the person who was up to the right, he's now packed up and gone home. So I don't know how he got on. I think since I got here, I think I've seen him pull in one whiting, but he might have had more. I don't know. I weren't here that early, so I don't know what he had. Let's just see what that person down to the left has got on. His rod looked like it's bending a little bit. Don't know what he's got on. Nothing by the looks of it. Nope, nothing. Don't think. Not a lot. Your left hand rod of the... I obviously brought that in and replenished all the baits. Just see how it gets on. There's quite a few waves here today. I didn't think it was going to be like this. I thought it was going to be sort of calm, but that isn't. It's far from calm, but it ain't like it's really rough. There's a few big waves coming in, but it's not very rough. There's just a few waves, nothing to worry about. You can see that right hand rod really dipping down, but I think that's the waves hitting it, and then the water sort of lets go, you see, and the line brings back up again. So hopefully we'll get a few fish. I reckon the best fishing will start once they get dark in about, I don't know, about another 4 or 5 hours. So we've got a good few hours of daylight fishing. See what happens. We might do a few hours of fishing in the dark. Well, hopefully anyway. Just have to see how the fishing go. Right, I'll stop talking and I'll bring you back, hopefully, when we got a fish to show. So speak to you all in a bit, guys. Right guys, just reeled in a left-hand rod and we got a fish, blank over. There you go guys, Mr. Whiting, look. There you go, look. Mr. Whiting. Right, let's get him back. Right guys, we had that little whiting a little while ago. Baited the left hand rod back up with fresh lug and got that back out there on the 2-hook flapper. Right hand rod, I brought that in and got rid of that bit of squid because that weren't doing a lot, and put a bit of frozen black on it. Bit of this sort of frozen black, that's what I mean, that sort of stuff, just black lug. So yeah, one whiting so far as you've seen. Hopefully there'll be some more fish come soon. Time is now 5 to 2, so tide has started to go down, I should think now. There's quite a few people fishing. There's someone up from me, and there's someone a bit further up, and then someone up from him, and then there's someone up from him. So there's quite a few of us down it. The person to the right is gone. At least we had a fish, at least we ain't blanked, that's the main thing. Right, hopefully I'll be back soon with another fish, guys. Speak to you all soon. Well guys, that weren't too bad. That bloke up there who's now walking, he said he'd just been walking up the beach and he'd found some weights washed up. So look at these, look. Just found all that lot washed up. Well, there ain't that many on there. There's about, I think there's 3 on there, and loads of clips and lines. So I'll sort that out and see what we can do with all that. There's about 3 lead lifts on there and all sorts of bits. So we'll make use of them. Look at them, look. All them weights on there, look. So we'll see what we can do with them. I'm sure we'll do something with them. I'm sure we'll use them at some point. That's not too bad. Thank you very much. It's always good to give them some weights. Yeah. No fish since the last one. I reeled in the right hand rod, didn't have nothing on there. The black lug bait was still alright, so I just chucked it back out again. Left hand rod I ain't checked for a little while now. I might give that a look in a minute. We'll go from there really. So I'll speak to you on a bit. So yeah, that was good. Got a clump of weights and some line and some lead lifts and some clips, so that was good. Thank you very much. That was good. Right, I'll speak to you all in a bit. Hopefully with another fish to show. Right guys, time for a hot chocolate now. Yeah, look. Happy days. We've got a seagull just come to watch. You can probably see him in the sort of middle left of the screen. Just come over and have a look. So yeah, it was good. Got 3 lead lifts, 3 weights. Obviously you got to pull all that line off and all that and sort them out, but that's good. Right guys, time to reel in left hand rod, see if we got anything. Got to get out my bivvy first. Let's give us a second, just getting the old flask put away. Right, let's have a look. See what we got. Right guys, nothing on there, just weed. Just weed on there guys. It's no good. Right, I think I'll get that straight out there. The baits haven't even been touched, so we'll get that straight out there, and hopefully we'll be back soon with another fish to show. Speak to you on a bit, guys. Yeah, there was nothing on that one, guys. Just got that straight back out there. And nothing wrong with the bait. That was all alright. The bait hadn't really been touched, so I just got that little bit of weed off and got that straight back out there. There's a few people about, dog walkers, stuff like that, which is nice. Little bit of wind, not a lot. Not too bad. Here, as I say, that's back out there about, I don't know, 30 yards maybe, not very far out. Not giving them very big whacks, because could you think if I'm getting weed at 30 yards, just think what it's going to be like at 100, so I'm just going to stay close, I think. We'll go from there, really. And hopefully I'll be back soon with a fish. Not sure what it'll be, but we'll just see, won't we? Yeah, hopefully there'll be another fish arrive soon. Oh, what was that? See that big bite? I think that must have been a wave. That was a wave, that was. Yeah, that was a wave. Right. Hopefully I'll be back soon with another fish to show. Speak to you on a bit, guys. Right, guys, that weren't too bad. The two people who were fishing just up there, who were just fishing up there, they just come down and just give me some lugs. That was good. They said that his friend had a small bass, so that was alright. That's pretty good. Nothing at the moment, but we're obviously going to keep trying and see what happens. I'm going to bring in that right hand rod in a minute and see what happens with that, so we'll see what we got on there. Obviously if we got a fish I'll show it to the camera and we'll go from there, really. Oh, right, guys, just reeled in the right hand rod, nothing on that. Big clump of weed, got that off. That's not good, but that's alright, got that off. The old bivvy is shaking about a little bit, but that's alright, that's not going to go anywhere. That's well weighted down with stones. Yeah, I put a nice big juicy lug on, nice juicy fresh lug, so we'll see how that gets on. Time is now 2:45, tide is probably about, don't know now, but it's probably at least now 3 hours down, so it's going alright. We had one fish, so it's a little bit slow, but it's alright, at least we're caught. So yeah. Whew. Right, guys, back again. Just reeled in the left hand rod, quite a bit of weed on there, so I got that off, and that tangled up all the rig, so I had to cut it off and sort of untangle it all. But we're back again. It's a bit of a shame when you get the weed, because that do normally kill the fish in a bit, but we're doing alright. We're carrying on. It's a bit windy out there. Yeah, it's a good job we're in the old bivvy. But yeah, there's a couple of people just come down, had a yarn. 10 minutes, that was alright. I'm just using fresh lug at the moment. I got quite a bit because them chaps gave me some, and I got quite a bit now, so we'll see how that goes. You can see the rods are nodding a bit, but that ain't nothing. That's just where the waves are hitting them. Just a little bit rougher today than what I thought it was going to be. But that's not too bad, that's alright. Might reel in that right hand rod in a minute and see what's on there. So yeah, hopefully soon there'll be a fish to show. Right, guys, I'm back again. Just reeled in the right hand rod, nothing on there, just loads of weed. It's no good. And the bait ain't even been untouched, so I just chucked it back out there again. I know you're meant to refresh them sort of every so often, but the baits aren't too bad. Nothing wrong with them. They're too good to chuck away, so I just they're straight back out there again. So hopefully soon we'll get another fish. It's gone a bit slow. Bit slow all along at the moment. Not a lot coming out. There's not a lot coming out at all. But never mind. That's just how fishing is, I'm afraid. It's been a bit slow lately all over the country. But I'm sure that'll hopefully will. I'm hoping once that gets dark, hopefully the fishing will. Hopefully that's when the good fishing will start then. All we can do is try, innit? Yeah, it's just loads and loads of weed at the moment, quite a bit of it as well. I'm obviously not showing it on the camera because I don't think you've got to see that every 5 minutes. And the baits are just coming in untouched, and there's just loads and loads of weed on the leader knot and all that everywhere. But never mind, we'll keep battling with that and see what happens. That should calm down, sort of, but normally calm down after a little while. That's just, I think the reason we're getting it is because the tide is now starting to rush through, you see. It's now 3:20, so we've got another sort of couple of hours till low tide. Not a lot coming out though, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. I had one whiting, which is a bit... It's not too bad. I thought we were going to have a few more. I thought we would have had about half a dozen by now. But never mind, we just got to carry on and see what happens. I'm trying all sorts of baits, can't seem to get a lot on anything at the moment. I'm chucking them at distance and close in. The ones at distance are the ones that seem to be getting the most weed. As you can probably see near my tripod, I've got quite a bit of weed there sitting underneath that. But never mind. Hopefully soon there'll be a fish to shoot. Fingers crossed, guys. Right guys, not a lot happened since I last spoke to you all. Got a big lump of weed on the end of the rod, but we've got a flatty. There you go, look. Mr. Flatty. Right, we'll get him back and get that weed off. Yeah. Nothing much happened since I last spoke to you all. Just had a few reels in and not a lot happening. Plenty of weed, but yeah. We'll get that weed off and we'll get it back out there. So Mr. Flatty, one last look. There he is. Whew. Right guys. Just got that rod back out there again. Just had that little flatty on there. Hopefully you saw that alright. Yeah, hopefully you saw that alright. Yeah, hopefully you saw the flatty. Plenty of weed now, as you probably saw on up the line when I show you the flatty. You probably saw all the weed up the line. There's quite a bit about at the moment, but never mind. The man to the left and to the right, they're all pulling in a bit of weed, but never mind. That's back out there again with the fresh lug on. We'll just see how we go from there, really. Time is now 4:20. Got about another, maybe another hour, two. What time was high tide? 10 to 12, wasn't it? Yeah, 11:50. So 11:50, probably about 5:50 is low tide. So about another hour and a half, really. Probably about another hour and a half, and then that'll start going the other way. And that'll start getting dark again. So hopefully we'll get a few fish then. Hopefully this weed will go away soon and we'll do alright. So yeah, so far we had one whiting and a flatty. So yeah, it's a little bit slow, but not too bad. At least we ain't blanked, that's the main thing. There's a few boats out to sea, as you can probably see. Let me just zoom you in. You can probably see a boat out there. There you go. Look. Fishing boat, I think that is. You can probably see it, yeah. Let me just zoom you right back. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying all sorts of different baits. I'm in my new shelter, which is keeping me nice and sheltered. Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate that. I'm trying like squid baits, things like that. But fresh lug seem to be doing the well. I'm just using some fresh lug now because I've got plenty left, you see. So I'm just going to use it. Yeah, I've got plenty of fresh lug because as I said, them two chaps gave me that lug, so we'll use that and see how we go from there, really. Right, hopefully I'll be back soon with another fish to show. So a whiting and a flatty, so yeah, a whiting and a flatty so far, so hopefully there'll be some more soon. Speak to you all in a bit. Right guys, it's now 4:30. I think I'm going to give that right hand rod a check. I ain't checked that for a little while, so we'll give that a look. That's only a 1 hook rig with a 3/0 hook on, so we'll see what we got, guys. Got a fair old bit of weed on there. Whatever it is, it's coming. Yeah, something there. Plenty of weed by the looks of it. Might have to get this bit up. Well guys, looks like I've got a massive clump of weed on, so I'll get that up there and then I'll bring you back. If there's a fish on the end, and if they're in, I'll get that off and get that back out there. So I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Right guys, I'm just going to show you the amount of weed I just pulled in. Don't know how I managed to pull it in, but look at all this stuff. Right, let's just show you. No. Look at all that, guys. Look at all that weed. No way. Look at it all. How can I bring it up so you can see it? Let me have a look. Look at it. Honestly, that is... I've never known as much weed as that before. That is quite a bit. Look at that. Let me just try and lift it up so you can see it. Look at that. It's hard to lift it up, but look at it all. All that weed. It's no good, is it? Never mind, we'll carry on. See how we get on. I reckon that'll slow down a bit, the old weed, because that's getting quite a bit, isn't it? Never mind, we'll carry on, see what happens. There must be some weed out there now, big old clumps. Yeah, this is how big the clump is, look at that. Look at all that stuff. Yeah, one last look. There you go, guys. Look at that. I'll get that off. I'll get that off. Get that all off and get that back out again. Yeah, I'll get that back out there again. And we'll see how we go from there. Hopefully the weed will disappear soon. So yeah, speak to you all in a bit. Right guys, just reeled in the left hand rod, got plenty of weed on there again, but we've got 2 fish, double shot. Right, I'll show you. Mr. Flatty. There you go, look, just spinning round for it. There you go, look. Mr. Flatty. There you go, look. Mr. Flatty. And Mr. Whiting, not a bad size one either. Oh, here he is. Look. Mr. Whiting. Not a bad size. A little bit sandy. And spinning round. Might be a bit better on that side. There you go. Mr. Whiting. Not a bad fish. Nice fish, that is. There you go. Give you one more look at Mr. Flatty. There you go. One more look at Mr. Whiting. There you go. Mr. Whiting. There you go. Right, we'll get them back. Right, we'll get them back, guys. Got plenty of weed on again, but at least that's the first double shot of the session, so that's all right. Right, I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Right, guys. Whew. That's that left-hand rod. Oh, I got all the weed off it. You can see all the weed around the rod rest, can't you, on the floor? But yeah, we're not doing too bad. That whiting was a nice one, wasn't it? So far we had 2 white and 2 flatties, that's alright. 4 fish, that's not too bad. A little bit slow, but it's better than nothing. Quite a nice whiting that was. Got a bite right end rod, I think. I don't know, it could be the waves, could be a bite, we don't know yet. Whew. There's still a few people fishing, plenty of weed there. There's some people who sit up behind me and have gone already because there's just so much weed. I think that's what's putting them off, I think. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. It's now 5:10. We're not far off the bottom of the tide now. Then that'll start going the other way and start coming up. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, please hit that like button and press that little subscribe button, that'd be great if you could, and also comment down below what you thought of the video, and please also share me out on your social media and stuff like that, and on your community tabs and stuff like that. That'd really help the channel out a lot. Appreciate that. Poor seagull down there. Seemed like he can't walk very well. Poor thing. But yeah, that'd be great if you could share me out. That'd be great on your social media and on your community tabs and that sort of thing. So yeah, right. I'll bring you back hopefully, and we've got another fish to shout. Here we go, guys. Right, guys. Just pulled in the right hand rod. Got Mr. Whiting on. There you go, guys. Mr. Whiting. There he is. Alright, any. Mr. Whiting. Spin him round. Show you. There you go. There you go, Mr. Whiting. Get him back. What? Right, guys. That's the right hand rod back out there again. Not a bad little whiting. That was alright. Got him back out there. Got him back in and baited up again. Nice big juicy fresh lug bait. You can see there's plenty of weed still running, but it's not too bad. We're now coming up to the bottom of the tide, so we're not doing too badly. We're still sat in the old bivvy. Time to reel in the left hand rod next, I think. It's now 5 to 6, so we're not doing too badly. There ain't no one down here now. Everyone's gone home now, so it's just us now, but that's no problem. Hopefully we'll catch some more fish soon. Speak to you in a bit, guys. Yeah, so far we've had, I think, is it, yeah, 3 whiting and 2 flatties, so that's alright, 5 fish, that's not too bad. So yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, guys, just reeled in left hand rod. Got Mr. Whiting on. Oh, bit wriggly. There you go, guys, not a bad fish. There he is. Mr. Whiting. Yeah, pretty sure it's a whiting. He ain't got nothing under his mouth. Look. Got him on fresh lug. There's still plenty of weed running, but there you go. Alright, isn't it? Right, now we'll turn him over. Oh, he's a bit wriggly. Sorry, mate. Show you to the camera once more. There you go. Get him back. Right. We'll get him back in the water. Get all that weed off the line. Get some more bait on there and get that out there again, guys. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, guys. Sorry if there's a bit too much light. I just got my head torch on my little table at the moment, but we're just reeling in right hand rod and we got Mr. Whiting on. There you go, guys. Mr. Whiting, bit sandy, but that's Mr. Whiting. Yeah, I just got my headlamp on my table at the moment. There you go, Mr. Whiting. Spin him round. Mr. Whiting. There you go. There you go, that's Mr. Whiting. Right, we'll get him back. Don't know if that's too bright, I don't know what that's like. Unless I turn it down a little bit. That's too much. That ain't too bad. Then I need to have it sort of from the top shining down. I'll sort something out, guys. I don't know. No, that's not very good. Yeah. Wait a minute, guys. Sorry. Just a minute. That's a bit better. So yeah, guys. That's Mr. Whiting. I'll get him back now. Just one last look at him. Mr. Whiting. Hopefully you can see him alright. So yeah, get him back. let's get that rod baited up again, and hopefully I'll be back again soon with another fish to shoot. So I'll speak to you in a bit, guys. Right guys, I'm sat in the bivvy. I've got the light over there on the old tripod because I've got me bait on the old table. Hopefully you can see them alright. And there's a little bit dark. I've got to get another light so I can obviously have one in my bivvy and then have one on there. So yeah. But yeah, we got them out there again. Got the I've got a reel in the left hand, yeah, the left hand one next, sorry, yeah. See if that's got anything on. As you can see there, I'll just zoom in a little bit more if I can. Don't know if I can at the moment. There you go. Better. So yeah, they're out there, they're sitting out there, both with fresh lug baits on. That seems to be sort of the only bait what I'm catching on at the moment. Well, I ain't tried any others for a little while, but I've got plenty of fresh lug and I'm catching on it, so why change, sort of thing. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. The rods are sitting out there. Hopefully soon there'll be some more fish to show. We're not doing too bad. Whiting and flatties at the moment, so it's all good. So right, I'll hopefully soon I'll be back with another fish to show. Right, I'll speak to you all later. Right guys, just cast out the left hand rod again. I thought I had a couple of taps on it, but I must have been wrong. Replenished the bait, got that back out there, fresh lug on it. We'll see what happened now. It's now, the time is now 10 to 7, so we're giving it a good old go. We've been here since about midday, so we're giving it a good old session. And we'll see what happened next. Right guys, welcome back. It's now 25 to 8. We're still fishing. Haven't had nothing for a little while as yet. Gonna reel in the right hand rod I think in a minute and see what's going on with that. Hopefully there'll be a fish yet, but you never know. I just had, yeah, we'll see how we get on. I just had something to eat, that was alright. And a hot chocolate, so not going too bad. Tide is now on its way up again, which is alright. I hope you can see the rods alright, you should be able to. So yeah. Right guys, just reeled in the right hand rod. It's got a little bit of weed on it, but we've got Mr. Whiting on. There you go guys. It's a bit zoomed in a bit much. Let's have a look. There you go guys. Mr. Whiting. Don't know how I can. Zoomed in a bit much, sorry. There you go guys. Mr. Whiting. There you go. Mr. Whiting. Right, we'll get him back. Yeah, we'll get him back and get some more bait on. I'll get that bit of weed off what's on it. So yeah, one last look at Mr. Whiting. There you go. Right guys, that's the right hand rod back out there again. It's now 7:45. It's now 7:45, so we're doing alright. Not a bad little white and a small one, but it's alright. We got him back in. We're still fishing. Yeah, I've been fishing for nearly 8 hours now, but not going too bad. We'll keep going and see what happens. I'm just waiting for a nice codlin to come along. That'd be nice, but never mind if it don't. We're having a good session. Right guys, just reeled in left hand rod. that's absolutely covered in weed, but we've got a little whiting on the end. Let me just show you him. It's only a little one, but at least we're catching. There you go, guys. There you go, Mr. Whiting. Oh, he's a bit wriggly. That's how you know it's a real fish. There you go, guys. Let's get him back. Right, guys, just reeled in the right hand rod again. It's now 20 past 8. Hardly any weed on there this time. We got Mr. Whiting. So there you go, Mr. Whiting. There you are. There he is. Not too bad. Let's get him back. Right, guys, just reeled in the... Well, I just casted that rod back out there again. I had the whiting on. That's back out there again. Nice lug bait. Yeah, so that's out there. Seems like now it's got dark, the whiting and that had come in, so that's alright, at least we're catching something. I'm putting nice big baits out there for a codlin, but can't seem to get one at the moment. Hopefully we'll get one. There weren't so much weed that time. That was alright. That's good. If I keep like that, that'll be alright. Here, as long as that ain't too much, that should be fine. I'm sat in the old bivvy still. Hopefully you can see the rods okay. Yeah, it seems okay. We're still in the bivvy. I'm here, look. Hello, guys. Oh, it's a bit bright. Hello, guys, I'm here. Yep, so we're still fishing. It's now nearly getting on past 8. We've got plenty of lug left. Already got a good part, I don't know, 25 still there, so there's plenty of lug to use as yet. We'll just see what happens next. I'm just waiting for a nice codlin to come along. That'd just be nice. But we'll just have to see. Right, guys, it's now 20 to 9. We're still fishing, matter of fact. We've been fishing since about midday, so we've been fishing for nearly 9 hours now, so we're giving it a good old session. I got here dead on high tide, I remember. It was about 11:50, so about 10 to 12 I got it. Dead on high tide. And we fished the tide all the way down and probably all the way up. So we're not doing too bad. Just brought in the right hand rod, nothing on there. There was nothing too much wrong with the worm, it was a little bit chewed up, so I got that off and refreshed it and I got that back out there again. I've got plenty of worm here, but we'll see how we get on with it. That left hand rod look like it's got a fish on it. I seem to be bending over a little bit, but we'll just see how we get on. I'm in the old bivvy still. We're keeping nice and nice warm and dry. Well, I wouldn't say warm. We're a bit chilly, but it's keeping the wind out. That's the main thing. So yeah, we're just sitting here seeing what happens next, really. Hopefully there should be some more fish soon. I'm just hoping for a nice codlin, that's what I'm waiting for. I thought if that's going to be any night, it's going to be tonight, because there's a little bit of chop there now, and that's ever so chilly, so hopefully Mr. Codlin might be sitting out there later on. Left hand rod is bending over a little bit. It could be a bit of weed on there, or it could be a fish. We'll have to check that in a minute and just see what the baits are looking like. Right hand rod in moved since I put that out there. I think I'm just going to leave that one out there. It's got big bait on there, so I might just leave that out there and just see what happened to it. Right guys, just reeled in left hand rod. Just thought, well, we'll just give it a reel in. Got a whiting on, not a bad size one either. I'll just show you. There you go guys. See if I can get him in the frame. He's quite a big lad, he is. Oh, he's dropped. But there you go. Let me just see if I can just zoom that in just a little. Yeah, that's better. Now you should be able to see him now. There you go. Mr. Whiting. Zoomed it out, I mean, sorry. There you go. Mr. Whiting. Let's get him back. Right guys, just cast out the left hand rod again. We had that whiting on there, so that was alright. Not a bad size one really. That was alright. Got that back out there again, that rod, with two fresh lug baits again. That seemed to be the best bait, although I ain't tried any other bait for a while, but seems like that could be the bait what might catch the best, because earlier I did try a few different baits like squid, stuff like that, but I couldn't seem to get a bite on it. So we'll just see how we get on. The time is now 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock exactly, so yeah, we'll see how we get on. Obviously we've been here since midday, so that's 9 hours so far. Oh, I think I got a bite right hand rod actually. That do look like a bite on there. The wind is starting to get up a little bit now. The old bivvy is starting to shake about a bit, but it's not too bad. But that'll never go over. I put so much stones on there. I don't know how I'm going to get it out of the ground. That's not going to go over. Obviously I've got quite a few lug left, but I can save them for next week. They should keep. So yeah, they should be okay. As I say, I'm still fishing in the same spot, obviously. Right guys, that weren't no good. Just pulled in the left hand rod, got snagged up, lost my gear, so that's no good. So I ain't going to bother setting it up again, because I'll only go out there and lose it again, so I'll just... And it won't cast very far either, only about 20 yards. Must have found a snag, that's no good. So I've got the right hand one out there now. Obviously, as you can see, you can probably see the line is right out straight. I give that a big old whack with a nice old juicy lug worm on, see what happens. As you can probably see, I did move the old rod rest around a bit, well, quite a while ago now. Thought, well, might as well see how it get on, and I do seem to be getting a few bites. Just haven't had no fish for a little while as yet. That wind is starting to get up, getting a bit chilly. I think soon that might be time to call it a day, I think, in a little while. We had a good session, had a few fish, white and flatties, that sort of thing. What time is it now? It is now, give me a second, it is now 41 minutes past 9, so yeah, it's now 20 to 10. We're still sat in the old bivvy. Obviously got the rods out there. I've just got one rod out there now in the water. See what happened with that. That wind is getting up a little bit now. But we'll see how we get on. We'll go from there really. As I say, I don't think we'll be too much longer. To be honest, because that water, because that weed is going to start coming back again in a bit, I reckon. I reckon that weed is going to, because the tide's going to start getting really strong in a bit, that's going to bring that weed back. It ain't going to be no good. But yeah, because all I got to do with this bivvy is it's got like poles, and what you do, you just pull the end of the pole out and it just sort of bends around. It's just got like a little bit of string in the middle. It's sort of elastic, and all I got to do is just do that, to be quite fair. It's nothing too hard. I think the next investment will be either a new fishing box, one of the blue Shakespeare ones, or a Shakespeare salt rod rest. We'll just have to see. But yeah, we didn't have too much of a bad session. It's been alright. Probably hear that the old bivvy is starting to shake about a little bit. Right, I'll hopefully be back soon with another fish. Hopefully we can get one more fish before the end of the session. That'd be good. I ain't too sure how much longer we're going to be. I wouldn't have thought too much longer, but we'll just see how we get on. Right guys, I'm back again. I still got plenty of hot chocolate left here. Right, that's a bit bright. There you go. No hot chocolate then. There we are. It's lovely. It's a little bit chilly, but that's alright. That wind has got up a little bit, but not too bad. As I say, I don't know how much longer we're going to be. It's now 10 to 10. So we'll just go from there, I guess. It's gone a bit quiet at the moment, but you never know. There might be another fish come along soon, you don't know. Right guys, it's now 25 past 10. I think we're now going to call it a day here, I think. I'm going to bring in the right hand rod now. Right guys, that's the end of the session. Just brought in the right hand rod, nothing on there. It's now chucking it down with rain. I've got to get all the bivvy down. The bivvy is soaking wet. So I think that's about it for this session guys. Thank you very much for watching the video, really appreciate that. Oh, lost focus. Yep. So right, that's it from Connor's outdoor activities for this session. Hope you enjoyed it. Caught a few fish. Lost a set of gear, but all in all, not too much of a bad session. At least we caught. Right guys, I want to thank you all very much for coming in to support the channel. Really appreciate that. Please hit that like button if you haven't already, please, and please subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be great. Also, please share me out on your community pages and on your social media platforms. That'd be great. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to Connor's Outdoor Activities, and I'll see you all in the next video or on the next live or whatever. Speak to you all soon.